Sometimes there's situations where you simply can't talk your way out of. You can't walk away because maybe you're hemmed in or maybe you're trapped. Your verbal judo isn't working. Your de-escalation skills have no impact. That guy is intent on causing you harm. And in that sense, you're forced to fight to defend yourself. So in that context, what are the 3 things that you should do if you're forced to fight? Keep watching. So what's the first thing? Acceptance is important. Now I say this all the time, but if you get stuck in this monologue of why me, panic is going to set in. Because at the end of the day, bad things happen to good people too. And it's just sheer luck that someone decides to target you in the street, because that's what predators do. And if you get focused on this victim mentality of why me, it's going to further enhance but motivate your predator. Because when you can't leave, you can't talk your way out of it. You have to accept that violence is going to be the only solution to your personal self-defense, to your personal safety. So that said, and this is the key thing here, you must accept what's happening and engage in the fight. Because without accepting it, you are essentially displaying weakness. And that weakness will come out not only in your body language, but it will come out in the way that you defend yourself. Never show a predator that you are weak. And if you can accept the situation for what it is, then you can deal with what you have to do. Number 2 is that you must commit to the act. It can't be half-hearted. Once you've accepted the situation, you have to commit to violence. You have to commit to dealing with a confrontation. Anything that's half-hearted is simply not going to cut it. It's that guy that throws a punch. He really doesn't have the intention to hurt the other person. So he pulls a punch slightly and it doesn't land well enough and he gets beaten up. But why does he get hurt? Because he didn't commit full 100% to defending himself. He didn't believe that he had the ability to do so. Or worse yet, maybe he feared that there'd be a greater repercussion if he stood up for himself. This is a weakness that will always come out in a fight, in a confrontation with a stranger. You see, confidence is something that you display. You can see when someone's confident. You can feel it around them. They have that aura. So these factors are important because altogether they'll make you much more formidable. The third thing, well, if you have to fight, you have to remember to breathe. You could say for some people, fighting is as natural as breathing. On a day-to-day basis, you don't think about breathing. But once the adrenaline sets in, you have to breathe to push it away. Breathing is key. Once engaged, first thing that happens with most people is that they forget to breathe. It's not just about the mental game. It's about the physical game as well. Because when you don't breathe, what happens is your muscles lock up. Your neck and trapeze holds a lot of tension. Holding your breath is going to make it a lot harder for you to swing those punches, get your hands up and engage in a conflict. You'll probably find that your sustainability, your ability to last long in a fight, that gas tank is going to get smaller and smaller or the longer you hold your breath. So you have to learn how to breathe. Not only will it calm you down and get your head into gear to push away that anxiety or to deal with the adrenaline. Now, breathing isn't always as simple as it sounds. Now, there's a lots of coaches that'll explain that you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, or you breathe out when you punch. Personally, I'm never a fan of teaching people to breathe out per punch. Now, don't shoot me down. It comes down to speed. If you're going rapid and fast and you're doing 30 punches in 10 seconds, for example, you're going to hyperventilate because you can't get the air in and out per the speed of your punches. So when you're taking your time and you're moving and hitting pads, breathing out each time you hit the pad is fine. But when you're in a fighting situation, a self-defense situation, it's about a rapid blitz of the person in front of you. So first of all, you need to be able to breathe, to stay calm and focused in the fight, to regulate your emotions. Then you need to be able to breathe to activate your body. So in that context, it's always better to try to regulate your breathing. Try to breathe in a relaxed manner and you'll get the best of both worlds, because not only will you regulate your mind and stay focused, but your body will be able to respond fast and effectively. So learn to breathe, but more importantly, learn how to breathe when you're physically engaged in a fight. Fights can be anaerobic as well as cardiovascular. And if you have to run away, having lots of oxygen in that tank can make a difference. So what's the takeaway? Given that you're forced into a situation where you have to fight to defend yourself, the most important thing, as always, has to be that you have to accept the situation for what it is. Commit to violence, and most importantly, prepare yourself for action. Breathing is the key point to allow you to do that. But the key thing to remember is that bad guys, those predators look for weakness. And a simple shift in your mindset will have much more impact on the situation. Because if you accept that you have to take action and you commit to that action, and that will be displayed not only in your body language, but the aura around you as well. Sounds a little bit like Dragon Ball X, doesn't it? But anyway, the emphasis here is on mindset and psychology and not necessarily physical attributes. Because at the end of the day, if you can get your mind right, you can fight right. And that's the most important thing that you want to take away from this. Thanks for watching.